Hi guys, it has been a long time. If it's your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Redam. Thank you so much for clicking. I hope you can stick around up to the end. I know it has been a while since I've been on here. A lot has been going on. Generally life has just been lifing, but finally life is back to normal. Everything has been gathered all together and we are back on YouTube. So if it's your first time seeing me, hi, thank you so much for clicking. I'm praying and hoping you can stick around up to the end. First and foremost, I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're feeling a little bit weighed down by guilt, you are in the right place today. Guilt is that little pesky voice that keeps on speaking in your head, that keeps on telling you a lot of words. It makes you second guess majority of the things that you do. You're always finding fault in anything that you do. It's like a weight that you carry. It's like an invisible burden, I must say, and I feel like it can drag you down. Yeah, majority of the time it actually drags you down. But what if I told you that majority of this guilt is just misplaced, and that is a heavy load that you do not need to bear? So today we're going to dive into the things that I feel like we should stop feeling guilty about, and you can start feeling lighter and happier with time. Without any further ado, I'm also going to apologize, guys, if you hear any noise in the background. Please forgive me, because my neighbors are making a lot of noise and I cannot control that. So the first thing that you need to stop feeling guilty about is making mistakes. Like, I feel like mistakes are normal. It's a part of life. It's a learning point. It's a learning process. Mistakes are like stepping stones. They're like a path of life. They're just like part of life. And me, I take them like opportunities that I can use to grow. You use these mistakes to become a better version of yourself. So everyone makes mistakes, even the most successful people. I know people that are so high there, but if they're to tell you about the mistakes that are made in their life to get to where they are, they actually use their mistakes as learning stones, like as stepping stones. What matters at the end of the day is how you respond to these mistakes. Do you let them define you, or do we learn from them and just simply move forward? Remember, mistakes are not failure. They're simply lessons waiting to be learned. So the second one, number 2, is saying no. Learn to prioritize yourself over others. And also, you should know that saying no doesn't actually make you selfish. It doesn't make you selfish. Sometimes, I mean, it's hard, it's very tough to say no to a friend, someone that you hold close, someone that is dear to you. Sometimes it's actually very hard to say no. You might feel guilty for not being there for them, but you should also know that you have your limits. Okay, you can help them when you can, but also know that in the back of your mind, have this mindset that you also have a limit and you also have your needs. So saying no doesn't necessarily mean that you do not care about someone. It just means that you're putting yourself first and you're taking care of yourself before anyone else. The third one is not being perfect. Guys, come on, no one is perfect at the end of the day. Majority of the time, striving for perfection often leads to failure. Everyone has flaws, and that is okay. So embracing your imperfections can make you feel more confident and more content about yourself. In a world that glorifies perfection, it's so easy, it's so easy to feel inadequate. But you should remember that perfection is a myth. It's a standard that no one can truly meet. So striving for perfection can lead to unnecessary stress. It can even lead you to disappointment. So instead of trying to be perfect, focus on being the best self, your best self at the moment. So just know that imperfections are something that just makes you special from the other person. The fourth point is seeking help. I feel like personally, I'm also still struggling for this. Asking for help when you feel stuck, when you feel you clearly cannot handle a situation, when it's too much for you, when the burden is too heavy and you need someone, you need a shoulder to lay your head on. It's okay to ask for help. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a strength. Listen, it takes a lot of courage to reach out to someone, to a friend, and you just simply tell them, I'm struggling. So feeling guilty can make you be isolated, and it can hinder your growth and also your healing. It can also make you feel alone and also makes you feel ashamed. Remember, you're not meant to carry all this burden by yourself. It's okay to talk to someone, to reach someone. Maybe it's a friend, a close friend, a family member. Just make sure you reach out to people that care about you and those that are willing to help, to lend a helping hand. Don't reach out to people that you know will not really be there for you. Reach out to people that care about you. Next is feeling emotions. It's perfectly normal to feel a mixture of emotions, to feel anxious, to feel confused, and So suppressing these feelings and bottling them majority of the time leads to bigger problems down the line. I feel like emotions are like a pressure cooker. You know, when you're cooking something and you bottle it up, if you don't let it out in an organized way, in a healthy way, I must say, often it can just explode. It can cause you stress, it can cause you anxiety, and even can lead you to depression. So there are healthier ways of expressing your emotions. Can be talking to a friend, again back to the talks that we already mentioned, journaling, practicing mindfulness, or just engaging in creative things that you like. I personally like plants. I like planting. I like journaling. I find it so hard to speak to someone. That's something that I'm still working on, but you doing that helps you let out your emotions in a much healthier way to reduce any effects, any further effects, anything that can affect you in a long term. So just know that it's not about getting rid of these emotions. We cannot really fully get rid of this emotion. It's about managing them in a more healthier way. So the sixth one is changing your mind. It's okay to change your mind. Listen, people grow, people evolve. Today I might want something, tomorrow I might want. Today I might look at this goal, like I set a goal and I'm like, I'm working towards that, and then the next day it's very okay for me to wake up and like, that's no longer my aim. I have another goal that I've set. It's okay to change your mind. People are complex beings. Naturally, people are complex beings. People are always evolving. People are changing, I must say. It's okay to feel like something that you once felt like made sense or resonated to you, it's okay to feel like it no longer makes sense. People grow. It can even apply to relationships. Sometimes you might look at this relationship when you are younger, as you're growing, you're evolving, you look at the thing and you're like, okay, I once actually thought this is what I wanted. It's okay to feel like, to just change your mind and be like, it doesn't fill my cup anymore. I have to look somewhere else where I can feel more fulfilled. I don't know if I'm making sense. Whatever the reason is, just don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to try again, to start afresh. It's just a natural part of life, and majority of the time it can lead you to exploring more exciting ideas, more exciting opportunities than what you were settling for. I always had this thought, this phrase that people use, that do not settle. I thought that's being confused. I actually thought that's not knowing what you want, until it happened to me. It reached a point whereby I was with someone. I'm going to get a little bit personal. I was with someone, but as time went on, okay, in the back of my mind at the beginning, I felt like this is the person that I want. I had made up my mind, but I was younger, and I feel like at that point I did not know better, and I did not know what I actually wanted. But in the back of my mind, I knew that this is the person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. But as I grew older, as I evolved, as I saw the world more, as I went through a majority of experiences, I just felt like, no, this is not what I actually want. So it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to evolve. It's okay to grow. It's normal. It's just part of life. The seventh one is not being available for everyone. You don't have to be available for everyone all the time. It's important to set boundaries and prioritize yourself, which takes me back to the other point, I think the second point that I already mentioned. Put yourself first. Prioritize yourself above everyone. It's not being selfish. It's impossible to be everywhere all the time. I cannot help the other person, help the other person, help the other. I can't. And it's that should be okay. There's no need to feel guilty about it. At the end of the day, it just means that you are taking care of yourself. You're putting yourself first before anyone. The eighth point is self-care is very essential. Overall well-being is essential. You do not have to feel guilty about it. You have to take time for yourself, putting yourself first, taking time, relaxing. It helps your mental and physical health. Put it first. So don't feel guilty about taking time to recharge, to relax. Just do the things that you enjoy, whether it's taking a bath, whether it's taking a long walk, whether it's journaling, whether it's praying, whether it's singing, whether it's dancing. This is a new thing that I've just noticed about myself. Before, I never used to know myself that much. That sometimes I'll find myself, like when you're stressed or when you just had a long day, I'll just get back home, and instead of lying down and letting my body become lazy, I find myself dancing. I lock the door and I dance. By the time I'm done dancing, by the time I feel my body has had enough of the dancing, I actually feel so relaxed. That's a form of self-care for me. And also another form of self-care for me is taking long bath. I'll be in the bathroom for over an hour, and that is a form of self-care. Not every day, of course, that's wasting water, but once in a while it just relaxes me, it just calms me down. So choose something that works for you. I don't know what works for you. Maybe it's a walk, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's music, maybe I just don't know. We are different people, but those two. The ninth one is it's okay not to meet each and everyone's expectations of us. You can't impress everyone. There are some people that will of course not like you. Focus on meeting your own expectation. Trying to please everyone often leads to disappointment. Focus on meeting your own expectations. Leave what the rest think. At the end of the day, just know that you cannot control how others perceive you, how others look at you. What you can control is how you react to certain situation. There's always that fear of judgment, there's always that fear of rejection, and it can hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Remember, at the end of the day, that the only person that you have to impress is yourself. So the 10th point, the final point, is let go of past mistakes. The past is the past. Never let the guilt of the past affect your future. It's just important to learn from the mistakes, learn from them, and move on. Don't hold on things that did not work out in the past. It doesn't matter what it is. We all have different experiences, like I already said. Never let them hold you back from moving forward, from doing the best that you can right now. Learn to live in the now. Focus on the now. Work hard right now. Even though you failed yesterday, the past can even be yesterday if things did not work out. Me, I consider it the past. Today is a new day. I have a fresh, it's like a new day offers me a fresh, clean page, a clean slate. That's what I always do. So even though things did not work out for me in the past, it did not work out even yesterday, that relationship did not work out, you didn't make the money that you thought you'd make, you did not get the job, you did not ace in that interview, you did not meet the deadlines. You owe every new day. Every day offers you a chance to rewrite your story. Above all, what I'm just trying to say, yes, acknowledge the mistakes. It's not good to sweep it under the carpet. Know that, okay, I've made the mistake, but don't let it define you. Learn from it. So just remember that you're not defined by your mistake. What defines you is how you respond to this mistake. So anyway, that is all that I had today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Then guys, if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscription button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Sorry, I've been away, a lot has been happening. I already said that, but I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good evening, have a good night, have a good morning. I don't know the time that you're watching this, so above all, God bless you, and I love you so much. Bye.